Time is not always something we have a lot of, but we still want to keep our children's play interesting without breaking the bank. In this video, we're going to make 3 cheap, quick, and easy do-it-yourself sensory toys that you can make at home. On our last do-it-yourself sensory toy video, you guys had a lot of great feedback and it got a lot of views. So I wanted to do another one, and I'll drop a link to the last video that we did on the sensory fidget board up above there. So the first thing that we're going to do is a bean jug. This is just basically a jug that like snacks would come in. Peanut butter pretzels, cheese balls, whatever. You can also buy these. The cool thing is they come in a variety of sizes, so you can use them for multiple projects or put different items in them. For this one, we're just going to do a bean jug. This project's a little bit complicated, so try to follow along. And that's a bean jug. So that one was really simple and cheap and really easy. So pro tip on this one, you can put puzzle pieces in it, pegboard pieces, whatever table task that your kid's working on, and that adds a sensory element to the ABA therapy, occupational therapy, or just general play with what your kid's doing already. So that's number 1, the bean jug. This one's one of my favorites. What we're going to make is a sensory tube, and if you go to buy sensory tubes, they're extremely expensive. A set of 5 will run you like $100 for basically a plastic tube with caps on the end with different items inside that make noises, move around, whatever. This is a piece of 1¼ tubing that you can get at Lowe's or Home Depot, and it's virtually indestructible, which I like about it. The store-bought sensory tubes will actually crack. So this is a 1-inch dowel. And what I've done already on this end is I've inserted the dowel and cut it off with a saw, just a hand saw, a regular old hand saw. And then what we're going to do is we're going to fill this end of it with whatever you want, whatever trinkets or bells or beads that you want to put in here. I like to take the sparkly pipe cleaners, and you can actually just wrap them around a pencil. To give it a nice curl. Stretch it out a little bit and drop that right in there. Now you want to do that first because you won't be able to get it down in there once you get other items inside the tube. So next we'll do some pony beads, and just pour some pony beads down into the tube. Not a ton, just enough. Maybe about 1/3 of the way up the tube, so that they can still move down through there. Maybe a dash of sprinkles in there, and we got some glitter. So when you put your 1-inch tube inside an 1¼ hose, it's not real easy to do. Little tip is to heat up the hose with a hairdryer, and that's going to make it a little more supple and easier to get over top of the dowel. Okay, I just manned up and did it without the hairdryer. So then we have to cut the end off, and it's done. This is paint. It's not blood. It's paint from Halloween a year or 2 ago. So there you have it. That is the finished sensory tube. Kind of sweating from sawing a little bit. So last and certainly not least are our gel bags. Now you can use a standard Ziploc bag. The small sandwich bags work pretty good. These ones are actually a little bit thicker, a little bit tougher than a standard sandwich bag. And if you can find them, they're a great idea because they're not punctured as easily. This is just dollar store hair gel that we use. First step is going to be to fill up the bag. You're not going to fill it up all the way. Just put a good amount, whatever feels right, in the bag. Try to keep it off the top because you don't want to make a mess of the top when you're trying to zip it closed. Okay, we got enough gel in our bag. I see I still made a little bit of a mess around the top, but we'll clean that up. Get a little bit on your hands, it's okay. You can always just put it to good use. Like that. Alright, the next step is going to be food coloring. We're going to put some food coloring in with the gel. How much you want to use, that's up to you. I'm going to use like 3, 4, 5 drops, somewhere around there, just to give it some good color. So you can also add objects that are reasonably smooth so that they don't puncture the bag. Here we've got some rocks like you'd find in a fish tank. We're going to drop those in there. And those are just going to add to the overall sensory stimulation. I'll put a little glitter in this one too, just for the heck of it. See how that turns out. Alright, so now we want to work as much of the air out as possible. It's okay if you've got a little bit of air in the bag. We're just going to make sure that it's not got too much in there. So it's mainly just the gel. Then go ahead and seal that up. Okay, at this point, we can go ahead and start closing up for good, because this, as I'm sure you're telling yourself right now, does not look like something you would want laying around your house, because a certain someone's going to open it up and going to have a terrible mess. But I got a fix for that. So you're going to pick up some duct tape, pattern duct tape, some of the pretty stuff, whatever color pattern design you want to do, and you're going to need a blade. Scissors, knife, whatever you want. So what we're going to do, we're going to get an approximate length of the bag. Go ahead and cut your tape off. And tape the edges so that it's overlapping onto the other side. Then you fold it over. Seal it up good. Use your knife or just a pair of scissors and trim off the excess. You could leave it like that if you wanted to, but just for a little extra pretty, we're going to go ahead and go around all the edges with it. And there you go. You have a nice glittery sensory gel bag. The more you mix it around, the more the color is going to spread out evenly. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed it. These are our 3 sensory do-it-yourself quick and easy projects you can do at home. Thanks for watching. See you next time. I mean, the title is Bucket of Beans, so I didn't really amp it up to be more than what you should expect. So you can't really be upset about that. It's a bucket of beans.